Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. We're going to be watching the character trailer for Honor, and then we're going to go into the Warrior Just Den live stream, the gameplay for the Lu Bu character.
You are all the same. You think you are in control, but I cannot be contained. I will stomp on your crowns, lay waste to your empires, and smile over the chaos.
Okay, this character looks so... Like, he looks exactly like Lu Bu. He's like going to be a really bad anti-hero. We'll get into the gameplay now.
That's right. There's like some heroes that can charge stuff. Either like you infinitely charge, like with Conqueror, or you can just like start with Shigoki or Hitokiri, and you get like a big charge that goes at the end. This is not a charge. To be really clear, these are alternate moves. So if you're holding a button, like if you're holding light or if you're holding heavy while you're performing the move, you perform the alternate version of that move that has like different timings, different properties. The kind of so for the chaotic element, right? Like it creates a lot of moments where normally you're like, oh, are they gonna throw a light, a heavy, a bash? What's gonna happen? Now it's, are they gonna tap light or hold light? Are they gonna tap heavy or hold heavy? And how
That's going to be very interesting with a lot of people that like to light spam and heavy spam.
does that kind of translate into the kit? It makes for a very chaotic experience fighting him, but also fighting as him because you have a lot of choices. We kind of double the amount of choices that you have literally everywhere in the kit. So it's super cool. So you want to show us a little bit of how like that kind of works and
Yeah,
what it affects, right?
absolutely. So first off, with this special mechanic, we implement this on every button of the character. So that means light, means heavy, so zone attack too, but also dodge and guard break.
Wow.
So that's
So
a bit new.
that's crazy, right? So we've never really had hold guard break. We'll have like some stuff with Hitokiri, for example, but never that at the extent. But on dodge though, I wonder what that does. I really
We'll
don't
see
know.
that later.
I'm brand new here. I've
Oh,
never been here, so I'm kind of curious. But give us a bit of an idea of like what you can do with those moves. Like start with your chains, for example.
Yes, absolutely. So for example, this is a regular in a way infinite chain character. So I can infinitely press light.
That's going to be very annoying, but it's going to be very interesting how a lot of people will react to the infinite chain. Like there's an infinite chain for not well Hitokiri, not Jormungandr, Conqueror. I believe there's another one. I can't think of it right now.
Heavy, and as you can see, I can go infinitely. But if that's only work with the tap move. So only if I tap the button, I can go infinity.
Oh,
If at
oh.
any point I decide to hold a button, I will end my chain, and that work not only.
That have that like tap to or like tap or hold. That's going to be a lot of people. A lot of the players are going to be probably wound up with trying to figure out what are they going to do. But uh, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting chaotic hero for the Wulin.
With chain attacks that work on also with openers. So for example, here I get my heavy tap. If I heavy hold, I cannot chain after that.
You got a nice little pin there that kind of helps do some shenanigans.
Yes.
But it's pretty cool, right? So that happens on like on lights and heavies. I guess you have different properties, right? Like I was mentioning. So what happens if you like hold a light, for example?
So if I hold the light there, for example, boom, I got a bigger swing. And that's an important point. Every press and hold have different trajectory. So for the press attack, the tap, it's only pokes. So it's gonna be there for all the kit. It's only gonna be pokes. And when I hold the move, it's gonna be a big swing with a big and wide trajectory.
So for reach is going to be the spear, and then pretty much like close combat, it's going to be the axe part of the weapon.
Yeah, so that's a really important aspect, right? Because a lot of our heroes, sometimes when we build them, we kind of have to make decisions: are they going to poke? Are they going to slash? And often enough, we want them to have like big swings because you want to hit people externally. But then when you're constantly just doing huge swings, it can get really strong in group fights. But it also can get kind of annoying, right? There's a wall nearby. You're gonna hit the wall. You're gonna hit like different things. So, and you have a lot less.
Well, with that, like taking swing, like giant swings and stuff, there's a time and place to do that. Ganking, and if you see the person's next to a wall, you wouldn't do that. You would do a light or a heavy. You don't do the big giant zone attack. But that's just me. Unless you're like the one getting caught in the 1v4 or the 1v3 or the 1v2, and you're the only one fighting until the team or your teammates come over and help. But I don't think a lot of people will do the zone attacks when there's like a wall right behind the enemy.
Risk of hitting your allies as well when you have pokes. So that helps. It also makes it a lot easier to differentiate when you're playing against a Juren to go, you know what? Like now he's stopping because I saw a slash, or now he can continue because I saw a poke. So there's those two aspects of it, right? To make the hero a little bit more readable when you're fighting against them, to have a bit more of an idea of what could be coming, but also to give as a player full control over: do I want to have big trajectory? Do I want to be able to hit people externally, or do I want to just poke my opponent? Yeah. It makes for a really interesting and like dynamic gameplay there.
Absolutely. So now
The mix-ups are gonna be crazy with this character, especially if like I saw on here they're bringing back starter dominions, so as that'll probably give you like a gateway into the like how the character moves and stuff.
I think we can go through all the different.
Yeah, of course.
So as you see, we got the light poke opener, we got the heavy one for the light hold when we hold the button. I cannot chain, but it's slower light with armor, but it's easier to parry them. For the heavy one, it's same timing, heavy, but wider trajectory, get armor and pin. That's pretty cool. And as you can see, there's a little movement at the end. I can push the enemy, and that's pretty cool because with that little movement, I can actually ledge people.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, right? And what's interesting too, like
That'll be interesting to ledge people though. Like, especially if you do that and you're like right next to a cliff, and like instead of trying to guard break them, you could like do that. Oh, it'll be a lot of like wow, wow spams and things. Like you can see it now though.
It's a little bit slow, right?
Yes.
So that's also meant to mess up parry timing, so that
Oh, excuse me.
like like some people that we know that just parry everything on red and they're like, hey, I can do whatever I want. It's a bit harder to parry this.
Technically, parry on red, yeah, or yellow, or the watermelon pink.
Guy, because again, you don't know if it's going to be a tapped or a held version really early on. So that makes a big difference. And as we're going to have the art segment a little bit later, they'll tell you, I think, at least a little bit about the tech that we had to build to make these moves impossible to kind of distinguish from each other whether you're tapping or holding. So it's really awesome that we were able to build that sort of stuff to help the hero be more competitively viable as well.
Nice.
So what about chains, right? So what do you get when you're in chains?
When I'm in chains, so I got, as we see, some light stroke that can go further. That's pretty cool.
That's a lot of light spam though.
If I hold the button, it's a wide arc and dot light. light into light, for example, boom,
Yes,
undodgeable.
undodgeable, right? So if you hold your light in chains, it's undodgeable.
Oh,
That
okay.
applies for every single light when you're in chains, right? When
That'll
you're
be that'll be good though.
no matter how deep you're
I,
in your
I should
chains,
probably
if you
pause it
hold light,
to
it's
talk.
gonna be undodgeable.
Yes.
Right. So what about heavies?
And about heavies, we got our chain heavies. So regular cloak, I get armor on each one of them, so I can continue trading here. But at some point, if I want to mix up, I can.
Okay, the big heavies are gonna be well. Those are just taps. I want the heavy, like the holding down heavy attack will probably be like like a slicing motion.
Hold the button and get a big unblockable there.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
Oh, that is a slicing motion.
So you have to have kind of bashes in this hero, right? In chains, right?
Absolutely.
So how does that work?
So the bashes, I'm gonna start with the dodge forward bashes for this character. So we get two again, like every move. So we can dodge forward bash. That's a classic one. You can get a light out of it and start your pressure. And the second one, it's a big kick and a slower one.
Yeah. So the point there as well is like it's kind of interesting because you have a bit of a built-in mix-up. Because if I early dodge the tapped version, I get hit by the hold version. So it's kind of interesting. It already kind of builds up that mix-up there. I know we've had a lot of people ask like, oh, we should try to do things like this. Here it is.
Oh,
That's
here
awesome,
you go.
right? That's cool. What about in chains?
In chain,
That is gonna be so cool, especially if you do that and someone dodges out of it, it just like auto locks on them again, which will be awesome.
the bash is a little bit different for totally different purposes. So the first one is the tap version. It's a big and long pin, and as you can see, I can just chain after that. So that's pretty cool. Boom.
Oh, that's cool. And
That's gonna be awesome. That is gonna be awesome. Like the grab, to like the grab with the freaking axe part and then kneeing him in the stomach. That's gonna be awesome.
just as a, I don't like to.
With that, I think that's 28, and yeah 28, 12 stamina and 28 damage with that knee.
Spoil things, but I like to spoil things. There might be something about that specific pin that will be talked about in the animation segment. There's something really cool with that.
We are very
Just
subtle here.
Stay tuned.
I like it, yeah.
Listen to the amazing people that are going to be coming up after
Little
us. 'Cause
surprise.
There's something super cool there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when you hold the button, it's a big push.
Yeah, big push, right?
So this big push is pretty interesting because it pushes far away. I can, of course,
That that's gonna be like wall bash. You can get a lot of wall bashes with that.
wall splat people and is really positioning dependent. So I want to use this move. Is there an
Oh, wall splat, wall bash. That's okay. I mean, it's the same thing.
opponent behind? If there's a wall behind, is there something to wall bounce?
That's pretty cool.
Uh,
You have dodge attacks as well, right? That kind of covers the basic chain kit and the
Yes.
openers and stuff.
Absolutely.
So what about dodge attacks?
So for dodge attacks, again, classic poke. This is on heavy button. On all three direction, it's pokes. If I want to hold the button, again, big swing
Ooh.
and unblockable big attack.
Yeah, and so those attacks as well, they have extended dodge. So kind of like what you have with JJ, with Warmonger, and sort of stuff. But again, what's really interesting here is that they have extended dodge, they hit later, but they have the higher garbage vulnerability. However, you know when you're playing against a Warmonger,
I do.
and you're like, you know what, I think she's going to dodge attack, you always can just feint the guard break and you'll always catch her because of the garbage vulnerability and how it kind of works, right? With this hero, you can do that against the held one, but the tapped one is a regular dodge attack that has less guard break vulnerability. So again, it makes that move a little bit safer to use because then your opponent has to guess: do they want to do a big unblockable rather, or do they just want to poke and keep going into chain? So
Yeah.
you have to be able to read your opponent a little bit more to get into what you want to go.
Nice.
You get it also on front dodge, right?
Exactly. I get the same on front dodge,
Ooh.
so the exact same move.
All right.
And after that, we get the zone attack.
Yeah, zone attack, right?
So zone attack
Big
is
one.
pretty cool, pretty cool. The normal zone, it's not a poke. I reassure you right now. It's a normal
zone attack.
it's a classic zone
Yeah,
attack.
kind of doing poke zones. It doesn't quite work.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Not that we haven't tried at certain points, but
Okay.
And for the old version,
Yeah.
it's this one.
Right, so that's
Oh, wow.
It's a really big one. It's unblockable. It looked really slow too.
It looks really slow, and that's for a good reason. So first off, as you can see, unblockable, and also the armor kicks in super early. So if you can attack him, for example, go on top though. Again.
A little heavy. All right, there you go. Right.
I got some armor pretty early on,
Yeah.
and the idea is for this move to be a trading tool.
Yeah.
So as you can see, it's really slow, and the cool aspect about this move is that it's unfaintable.
Yep.
So it's a first.
If I
slow
see it,
move.
if I see it, and I'm ready for it.
Oh yeah, it's a free parry.
It's a free parry. I know if I'm gonna go for parry there, yeah, I'm not that good there. But right, so it's a free parry, and on top of it is like if you're trying to go, hey, you know what? I'm gonna like hold zone on red. I can heavy feint, and then I kind of win it, right? So I can bait it out and win the like be able to win the trade there. So it's kind of interesting because it's a really interesting like trading tool. It's super unsafe. It's very rare that we have these kinds of moves in front. It's something kind of new that we're trying, but which are moves that are extremely commitful, right?
Yeah.
When you're playing traditional fighting games, a lot of the time you have moves that you have to really commit to. This is one of those aspects where you're trying to do stuff, but it's also extremely powerful, hits all around you, deals a bunch of damage. It's super insane, and it's really interesting. You can also kind of like use it in chains, right? If I'm there and I'm spamming lights,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm spamming lights. Let's go, right?
My bad. Some light.
You can kind of do it.
Oh, I pressed the wrong one.
It's okay. So that went where? So, but even with when I'm spamming light, if I kind of see you doing it, I can stop spamming, parry, dodge, do whatever I need to.
Oh yeah,
do.
you have a lot of time.
Yeah,
to
and it works really well. So you have to be careful when you use it. Make sure you use it in the right situations. It's a super powerful tool, but it's also a very risky tool.
Yes.
We have sprint attacks, like running attacks.
Yeah, this hero is going to be very good. And it's going to be very challenging to figure out what they're going to do next.
We got some
Also a
sprint
little bit.
attacks too, so that's affected by the press and hold too. So we get the poke for the tap version,
Mhm.
and for the old one, boom! It's a big
Yeah.
splash on the ground.
And I don't know if you've noticed, there's like a little bit of a circle where it
I saw a
lands.
little
There's, like,
shockwave,
there's a bit of a shockwave and stuff. So
Oh, that'll be good against the minions.
this is also something new with this hero, right? It fits in with the fantasy quite well, but it actually is an AoE in minions, so but only for minions. So you can kill multiple minions with a single running attack with this move. Super cool, fits super well. This giant weapon, this dude is like, crazy beast, so that's it. I think the one thing we haven't seen yet, right, is guard break. Because I'm really curious, like, what happens when well, tap guard break is probably the same as usual, right?
Absolutely, the tap guard break is the regular one. I can throw you, I can attack you, because it's a tap version, so I can chain, of course. But for the old version, I cannot chain, and
Oh, that's cool, right? So yeah, big choke slam, slides on the floor, deals a bit of damage. You also
The choke slam is going to be awesome.
heal yourself a little bit while you
I'm
do it. which
healing
is
myself.
cool.
So I deal some damage,
Yeah.
healing a bit myself. It's not the same
Oh, so kind of like how Shigoki does like the bear hug.
purpose as the classic guard break, but it's useful for certain situations. And with this little slide, you can also ledge people again.
And
That's what I wanted to
Yeah,
hear.
I can't see
wanted to
chat
hear
right
that.
now. I'm sure there's people going, "Oh my God, it says a cleanse." It doesn't cleanse. Don't worry about it. It doesn't cleanse, so you're good to go there. I remember seeing a bunch of people also like when we revealed when like some of the things happened on the internet.
Little
People were
teasers
asking
that
for
we don't
choke
know.
slams, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
We
There you go.
read your mind and put it in preemptively.
we did.
So it's awesome there.
Playing
Right.
3D chess over here.
Yeah.
but
So okay, so that kind of fits it for the chaotic aspect, right? So, but what about the fearless aspect of this hero? Because we want to have a hero that we want to feel that he has no fear. He's not really worried about anything. So how does that translate to the hero skill?
Absolutely. So for the fearless aspect, we have a special move that is this one.
done all that stuff there, right?
Nice.
Look how fearless this dude is. But so clearly that's it's a full block, but it's a little bit different, right?
Yes, as you can see, I spamming light on you, but I can still continue. There's no super blocking with this stance.
Yeah. So like basically every single attack against this that can be blocked is enhanced, including lights that are normally
That's awesome for a character like this.
not enhanced, so you don't bounce off of it. The other thing that's interesting too is that you can get unblockables against it, you can get bashed against it, you can GB'd against it, all the regular stuff there. But what's also interesting with this is that it's really built to be a low risk, low reward move, right? So there's something really different with how the block is activated. I don't know if you want to walk us through this a little bit.
Yeah, so basically, the block with this down stance activate at the same timing as when you switch stance. So basically, when you are taking a hit, after that you can still switch stance to block the next incoming hit. In general, with the down stance, it's slower, a lot slower, to not full block and punish something. There, it's the same timing, but don't worry, you don't have like punishes after that.
Yeah, so that's the low reward part I'm talking about, right? So first of all, like all lights are enhanced against it, so your opponent can still keep going and attacking and stuff. But also, like the vast majority of our full blocks like this, give you a reward once you manage to block. You get a big strike out of it or anything. Not with this one. So the purpose of this specifically is that you can use it in chains. So you can start attacking me like crazy, right? I'm like, oh no, he's light spamming me. I can't do anything. Actually, I can. And I just hold down. So I keep it. So it's really good. It works. Anything that would be blockable when you're switching your stance or you're blocking different directions, this can block.
Gotcha.
So if you're playing against, your favorite hero, Nusha,
Escrow Nation.
and they're like, they're doing a bunch of 400 MS lights, you can actually deal with it. But you won't get out on top with it because again these attacks will be enhanced. So you're not like, it just helps you turn the tide just enough that you take only a little bit of chip damage, and it kind of works out really well. And so it's a full block, right? So most of our full blocks can be used as recovery cancel and kind of like little soft feints, right? So how does that work with this one?
Exactly. So here it's the same. So we got the heavy. I can soft feint them. I can recovery cancel them, and we actually build something really cool with this one to try to get some frame advantage for the more high level players. So basically, with every old move, you got a quicker access to this down stance at the end. So this is the regular access. If I hold my down stance, it's a little bit quicker on the old attacks. So that means, for example, here, I'm gonna be able to attack faster than if I just wait for my classic recovery.
Yeah. So a lot of the times, like when we're building heroes, when we're doing that sort of stuff, right, we have rules that we have for ourselves where, depending if the hit that you're doing is a light or medium or a heavy hit reaction, there's specific frame advantages that you get, right? So like, for example, if you get hit by a heavy hit reaction move, typically you recover 300 milliseconds before your opponent. So it gives you like a significant advantage. If you're using this, you recover just a little bit more, so you have just a tiny bit more of that frame advantage, but that opens up extra options that you normally wouldn't have. That makes them a little bit safer, lets you push your offense a little bit more. There's a stamina cost involved though, so whenever you hit that full block, it costs you a bit of stam. So there's a trade-off to be able to amp up your frame advantage, but it really helps and it really pushes that aspect even further with this here, which is super cool.
Gotcha.
Right there, that's gonna be like a very interesting combat style for that hero, though.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And we got another move that benefits from this down stance.
Because we talked about it before, right? So
Exactly.
the one thing that we hadn't shown yet in the kit is hold dodge. Because like, why would you want to hold dodge?
Because you put
Ooh.
held on everything,
Right.
including dodge.
Including dodge, right? So except for back dodge, you get a full block if you side or front dodge while holding dodge. You can't attack while you're doing it, right?
Exactly.
So it's
There's no dodge attack out of
there's
it.
no dodge attack out of it or anything, but you do get the same full block. It's really interesting because it's a really strong repositioning tool in group fights. Makes you really safe to go. But again, the trade-off is, well, you can't attack out of it, so it's good to reposition and it's good to make things safe.
That'll be awesome to do, especially dodging into them.
And it's also really good against like orange-blue mix-ups, right?
Exactly. Like try to do a light bash.
All right, I'm gonna do light bash.
I dodge it. Light and dodgeable. Oh, I block
Blocked
it.
it, right? So
Nice.
it's interesting because it does give you this, but at the same time, if I read it, I'll do it against you again. So like just dodge after my first light, right? I can do,
Exactly.
and I can do feint the Garbage to beat it because it has full Garbage vulnerability the whole time. So again, it's about
Oh, you can only do it a few times probably before they figure out what you're trying to do. But a very good kit.
how you control the fight, what options do you need when you need them, and how you it kind of forms together to make this beast of a guy into a.
Oh, that knee.
That's super awesome. And yeah, I mean, I think looking at all of this, like what you're showing here, and it maybe feels like a lot.
The pressure of this character is going to be crazy.
Maybe to you players, you warriors at home, kind of watching this, maybe this feels like a lot. But like the way that this has been designed, and it's a lot of careful work and meticulous work by the game design team, is that this character is like feels good to play. Like all of this like just works. The buttons work, and it's really easy to just kind of like put these strings together, make your decisions on this, and it's
Yeah.
it just feels great to use.
It's amazing. And then, so that was okay. So that's great. So that was two of our untrust.
How do you make untrust?
Walk us through the feats, Will?
Feat 1, expendable. So as you
Right. So
I
let's
have
show them.
no clue right
Max
now.
can kind of cue him up. Max, let's go. There we go. Right. So walk us through the feats, Will.
Feat 1, expendable. So as you can see, it's a reverse body count. So I can currently kill my own minion because they are just expendable. They are just meat for me. To heal on them, so heal
That is going to be crazy. Especially killing your own minions.
and stamina, but it's actually better numbers than body count.
Yeah. So it's really interesting here because again, like it's a really great way to showcase the untrustworthy aspect of this, right?
Lubu is going to be awesome.
Not something that you really want to do that much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's interesting because what it makes you do is, let's say you go into the middle lane, right?
Mhm.
You're clearing out your opponent's minions, or you're fighting against somebody. You lost a bunch of health. There's two things you can do now with this with Juren. You can either rotate back to one of your points, heal up, and then come back in or do whatever you want, or you know what? There's free healing behind me. I'll just turn around and just go
I
kill
just
some of
take
my
them.
guys because they're expensive.
Jesus
You're expensive.
Christ.
Like this hero, one of the things that we wanted to build around is the fact that like other people are teaming up with him, knowing that they will be affected negatively by what he does, but he will win them the battle, so they're willing to accept
Right.
the little bit of negative aspects that are coming with it, right?
Acceptable loss.
Yeah, acceptable losses, right? That's also shown in feat number 2, for example.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to
What's this
feat
one?
2. So no friend of mine. So basically, what I'm doing right now is revealing all my allies in the map. So all my 3 allies are revealed, and when they died, I get a shield.
We
So
get
it's really useful. I need to use it at the right moment to get the shield.
we get a buff. Or you get a buff when your teammate dies, which is awesome.
And also the shield can stack.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
They really are no friend of yours, but
Yes.
it's kind of reverse scout. Like it's
Yeah.
literally almost like a reverse scout, but he benefits from his allies dying. You have to time it properly. It's not a passive. So if you're looking, if you have like that amazing bit of UI on top of your screen, I can tell you how much health your team has. If you see people at low health, you can pop it.
Mhm.
If they die, you get a shield, which is awesome.
Nice.
And then that's how you can kind of deal with the downside, right? So if you time it properly, if things are happening right,
It's going to be good for breaking though. Good for breaking is going to be used heavily for breaking.
yeah, they get revealed, but it's not that bad because they're about to die anyway, and you're gonna benefit from it.
Acceptable losses.
Exactly. Again,
Yeah.
acceptable loss.
That's the whole character on the feat.
And that carries through the feat 3 as well, which is like one of the most interesting ones I find.
This is
Yes, so feat 3, last man standing. So here you really want to be the last man standing in every scenarios. Basically you see the TND here killing all of my team, and I get different buffs from it. So basically when an allies die, I get a buff. If a second one die, I get a second one, and if all 3 are dead, I get 3 different kind of buffs.
Right,
So
what
as
are
you
the
can
buffs? Yeah.
as you can see, first kill I get an attack buff. second kill a defense buff, and third kill I get life leech.
This is really strong, right? So you can imagine like a lot of situations
The this guy's feat's gonna be amazing.
where this is useful. Your team isn't breaking, all your allies are dead. You become a god amongst men. You're super strong. Like you know what? Like you're Juren. You're the inspiration for all of that stuff. Don't ever pursue him in that
Do
way.
not do
But
it.
that's the thing, right? It's you get stronger and stronger and stronger. The other thing that I find that makes this feat super interesting is it's almost kind of like a bit of a carry feat where if you have teammates that are not as good as you or that you're training, you're getting them to come up with you and you're trying to win with them and they're not as experienced, you still benefit from them dying. And the buffs are significant enough that it can really turn the tide of a battle really easily.
Yeah.
It's super interesting to have that sort of stuff. And again, it's
The turning the tides of battle is gonna be awesome for the feats of this character, especially if, like, say if I'm playing with a bunch of randoms and they don't know really what they're doing and they just keep dying and all that stuff. You can pop these buffs and you could just turn that tide and screw over the enemy team, which is gonna be awesome.
selfish onto him, and there's ways to counter it. Just kill him first, right?
Yeah.
Well, good luck, but kill him first, and that's kind of how it works.
And also the buffs are only active while your allies are dead. As
Yeah.
soon as they respawn, then like you lose the buffs for however many have respawned. So
Yeah.
Exactly. So you need to have them dead at the same time. If someone respawn, you lose the buff.
Yeah, so let's say you have well, let's say you have three allies. One of them dies, you get the first one, so which is the attack buff.
Mhm.
If a second one dies, you're gonna get the shield buff. But then when the first one reses and like respawns,
Mhm.
you're going to lose the shield buff. So it kind of always goes in order,
Yeah.
and that's how it kind of happens. So to get life leech, all three of them have to be dead.
Nice.
You can even like maybe coordinate with them and just go stay dead for a little while,
Yeah.
and do stuff,
Yeah, just
and then
don't
come
don't
back up,
respawn
and
yet.
we'll be good.
But
you know?
you want to be the last one in breaking every time.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That works well. And then
Awesome.
finally, what's our fourth feat?
Forfeit, you mentioned it in your speech. God among
God among
men.
How did I know this?
So God
Well,
among
because we
men.
rehearsed it, but I
As you can see, it's affecting everyone on the map, your allies and your opponents. So right now what it does is applying a defense debuff to everyone. Map-wide, they all gonna take more damage except you.
Except yourself, right? So it's literally your allies will take more
Oh
damage,
God,
but you don't really care because then if they die, you get buffed.
it's gonna be the point where they will like the enemy team if they're breaking, they will go after you first.
So, yeah. And also, if they die and you have your tier 2 up, then you also get shielded, right? So that the synergy we have with all these feats together is really, really cool because you can kind of figure out, you know what, like you have to kill him first at the end. Otherwise, he can become an insane machine where everybody else has defense debuffs. He has an attack buff. He has a defense buff. He gets shields, and he's able to just wipe entire teams all by himself. So again, it's like selfish-ish, right? And there's ways to go around it. If your allies are dead and you pop it, it'll only affect enemies.
Mm.
So you don't really care. If they pop up after, yeah, right. So you can coordinate, you can do all these sorts of things. So there's a lot of decision, there's a lot of strategy and thinking behind when do I use these feats, how do I pop them, how to maximize their outputs, so that you minimize the impact on your allies, while
It's gonna be very chaotic with this hero coming up, like very crazy.
still maximizing the effects that you get for yourself. It's super cool.
Wow.
Exactly.
So that is pretty nuts. Looks super fun. Really
Yeah.
excited about this. So thank you,
This
JC. Thank you, Will.
character is gonna be
for, walking
awesome.
us through all of this with this character. Before we kind of move on, like JC, what do you think the role of Juren is going to be now in the meta of For Honor?
So for me, when I look at this hero, I see a bit of a mix between like JJ
Excuse me.
and I'm not even sure who else. Like maybe like somebody that has more like infinite chains and stuff. But the idea here is like it's a very versatile hero, right? He's able to hit people externally. He's able to duel. He has like a bunch of different tools that you have to use in a smart way. So I think there's a good chance he's gonna be part of like competitive rotations. Partially because he's super fun to play, but also because like the strength level and the synergy that you can have with your allies and the comeback potentials, a lot of players are going to be able to master these and then be able to like maximize everything you get out of it. So
it's gonna be very interesting. I think he's done talking about the feats, but it'll be very interesting when they drop that new hero, because there's gonna be a lot of people watching and playing. Well, have a great rest of your guys' day. Hope you guys have a good one, and we'll be on Twitch later tonight. Well, you can catch me on Twitch at Quantum Ranger TT, or no, just Quantum Ranger. It'll be in the description below. Peace.